Hello, impromptu video here that I was not expecting to make, but here I go. I'm being obedient to the Holy Spirit, and I'm happy to share whatever He wants me to share. I want to share with you that I'm going to put out Staying Sober videos 9 and 10. They are awesome videos. I love them. I hope they help you. I am happy to show you how I navigated the Christmas season, and there's a little surprise. I'm not saying it's a surprise like a present. It was a surprise to me that at the tail end of video number 10, here's a spoiler. Spoiler alert. Spoiler. Stop now if you don't want to hear it. I'm laughing. I'm kidding. As if my videos are some big movie. But some of you all enjoy them. Here's a spoiler. At the end of Staying Sober number 10, God led me very unexpectedly on the eve of New Year's Eve at 11:57 to stop recording and stop documenting so much of my journey. What a miracle, because the next day I got my bedroom in order, and the next day after that was a Monday, and this construction crew that's here right now working upstairs, pounding away. They called my husband Monday morning and said, "Can we move inside?" Let's see. I believe I'm getting a day off here. Christmas Eve was a Friday. New Year's Eve was a Friday. Saturday was New Year's Day. New Year's Day was the day that I tidied up this room and decluttered so much out of my life, not knowing that the next day I would have a very significant mental breakdown. In the morning after that, the construction crew would call my husband and ask if they could move indoors. God is preparing us. Hear me when I say He's preparing us for our Habakkuk 1:5. He is preparing us, if we'll allow Him to, if we'll follow Him. He's preparing us for the Jeremiah 29:11, the plans He has for us to prosper us, not harm us. In our Habakkuk 1:5, he says, if you knew what I had planned for you in your day in the nations, you couldn't even imagine it. We literally cannot fathom what we haven't experienced. We don't have the schema for it. Friday night, New Year's Eve, God He made it very clear to me to stop documenting this Staying Sober series. Saturday, I got things in order around here. It was a miracle. I've shared with you all that our word for the year is order. Sunday, I experienced a mental breakdown that was terrifying. I consider it like my gears lock up where I don't even know what move to make next, and I called my husband in the bedroom and I just started crying. And by the grace of God, Greg helped me through. And then we went outside and we fed cattle, and things slowly but surely, and by the grace of God, I was functioning again. By Monday morning, the construction crew called and said, if it's okay with you, we'd like to move indoors. Monday was exciting. They built a set of stairs that have a landing in my kitchen. Sawdust in the dog's food. Sawdust everywhere. It's awesome. It's exciting. We're starting to be able to see all these plans that we have had for a long, long time that God has given us. Monday was fine. Tuesday, I had 3 more mental breakdowns. And I kept thinking, I'm so glad I'm not documenting this journey anymore. In the midst of all of that, I allowed God to lead me, literally breaking down multiple times a day, crying in front of my kids, crying because I didn't know what move to make next, crying because the dog needs antibiotics, and Franklin needs jeans, and Charlie needs boots, and they need to be picked up at this time and taken here at this time. All the normal mom stuff while construction is happening inside my kitchen. It was a lot for me to process. That's an understatement. And I got to the point on Tuesday Today's Thursday. I got to the point on Tuesday where I could tell God was leading me to a breaking point. And I could tell He was not telling me to tap out or cry uncle. He was telling me to cry for help, to humbly ask for help. And while I cannot board my kids for a month, I did start boarding dogs. And I got the dogs who need medicine, who need a cone because he's got a wound. And we have an absolute construction zone around here with mud and 2x4s and nails and screws. It's tricky to figure out where to park so we don't pop our tires. There's a snowstorm taking place as I speak. We have hundreds of mouths to feed outdoors, many mouths to feed indoors. I asked for help. I reached out for help Tuesday, and that's when loads started lifting. Wednesday, a really good friend of mine reached out and was sharing some struggles that she was having. And as I, by the grace of God, in the midst of what all we have going on, was pouring into her, and what I did not expect is that she poured into me. I'm telling you, from the time I got off the Staying Sober videos, God has led me into a little bit more research and data, and He has allowed me to function and reach out to the crutch of calories, additional calories, beyond what I could even possibly discern that I needed. I'm telling you, mental breakdown, crying over and over. Instead of weighing and measuring food, I just ate. A good friend of mine, Rachel, she said, "Hey, Emily, I'm watching your videos. I'm right behind you. I'm on day 9. I said, "No, girl, you're right ahead of me," because God led me to this point now. And because this friend of mine yesterday reached out, and I was helping her navigate some rough waters that she was in, discerning the path that she's on. God showed me and helped me to realize I'm through that. By the way, what a miracle! In the midst of all that, I did not get back into the sugar. I had flour 3 times with my family because of a meal that I had made. You guys, we're traveling. It's not perfect. It's not supposed to be perfect. Let's be willing, obedient, engaged, surrendered, hydrated, and empowered by the Holy Spirit, and let Him lead us. I'm sharing all this with you to share that this friend of mine talked about rules that her and her husband are following. Very simple, very simplistic rules for the month of January. They're doing a challenge. And I was so inspired to think, what are my rules? Now, I have many, many, many unwritten rules. We all do. You think about the pool. When you go to the pool, they have a list of rules, pool rules. Well, it doesn't say keep your trunks on, don't swim naked. That's an unwritten rule. There's plenty of unwritten rules. They list the pool rules at the pool. Walk, no diving, no food. I don't know, 8 or 10 rules at the pool. There's many that are unwritten. And I have many unwritten rules that I follow. I want to make sure that these are rules that are coming to me from God, and it's not myself wanting to impose extra stress on me to keep myself in line and myself in order. I cannot do that. I told a friend of mine recently, God takes care of me. I don't. I abuse myself. I mislead myself. I'll get myself so lost and confused so quickly. I abuse this body that I'm in. I need help not to. I'm not taking care of myself. I'm not leading myself. God is leading me. And I want to show you. I'm excited. And I'm going to link little pictures here in a minute so you can slow it down and you can see them for yourself if you want. So I'm leading a Bible reading group. We are supposed to read the book of Zechariah and be caught up on our Proverbs and Psalm by January 22nd. I have mapped out, and what a relief it is, I have mapped out January 6th through the 22nd and told myself what to read each day to make that happen. This right here is a relief. I don't have to think about it or worry about it anymore. I just have to do it. So there's January 6th. I just did it. Here's my Bible open, and these are the rules that I want to share with you. Emily's rules. Number 1, bed, Bible before breakfast. Check. The bed is made. And part of what I did on New Year's Day is really simplify my bedroom so that bed making can be quick. I even cleared off a spot on my cedar chest so that the pillows can go on there at night and back on in the morning. And I want to be quick about these things. Laundry daily, all 4 steps. Now this does not necessarily mean the same load. I just want to make sure that I wash, dry, fold, and put away at least one of each of these steps. Not necessarily the same load. So I'm happy if I just run a load in the washing machine, dry a load, fold a load, and put it away. Again, I learned years ago, I'm going to make all sorts of progress, even if it's not the same load making its way through those 4 steps. If I just put away a load, wash a load, you get my point. Doesn't have to be the same exact load. Just do all 4 steps. And then in theory, a load will have been done. Let me show you what I'm going to put away today. That load, which is actually probably like 4 loads, maybe even that. I don't know. But I'm going to consider that enough for today. Improve clutter, countertops, and floor. Improve clutter, countertops, and floor. Direction, not perfection. So improve clutter. I'm just gonna, as I walk through the house, if I find clutter, even one little piece will count. Countertops and floors. If I can, get them cleaned off to the point where I wipe them off, and the floor, grab that vacuum or pick up some stuff. I'm telling you one thing. Direction, not perfection. Am I right? I'm going to link below a video that inspired me to do these 5 things. I only listened to the first 10 minutes of it because I wanted to hear these 5 things. Each day, this is a house cleaning video. Make your bed, do 1 load of laundry, focus on, take care of the clutter, the countertops, and the floor. And I think this lady's talking about actually getting it all done. Nope. I'll at least put 1 thing away. Get rid of 1 piece of clutter. Direction, not perfection. Let's just head in the right direction. Emily's rules. Bed, Bible before breakfast, laundry daily, improve clutter, prescribed meal plan, no sugar, no flour, 3 weighed and measured meals, plus once daily coffee. And finally, number 5, a rule of mine is a gallon of water per day. These rules simplify my life and they give me freedom and they give me peace of mind because I don't have to think through. If I'm doing these things, I am pretty well taking excellent care of myself. Again, these are my rules that I discerned are from Him, from God. If you want to make your own, if you want to copy mine, go for it. But these rules might not apply to you exactly. So let me just encourage you, like I was encouraged by this dear friend, Amy. I'm going to name her. It's Amy. We talked we Marco Polo'd yesterday for a long, long time. And oh, what a blessing it was. And I believe God used that conversation to bring such clarity for her and me. Such unexpected. I was so humbled. There's times that I just think, I'm so busy. Oh my goodness. And she had said, you sound sort of agitated when we were going back and forth. And I was like, forgive me. If I sound agitated, it's because I am. I'm literally so happy. I told my mom I'm going to let myself break down and cry 10 times a day. And if I cry any less than that, it's a win. It's a win. So let's focus on each other's strengths, forgive us for each other's weaknesses, and hope. I say, when I relate to people, I say, Lord, help me focus on their strength, forgive them for their weaknesses, and hope they'll do the same for me. Let's just be gracious and kind with one another. And I was so humbled because I thought God was having me help her. Amy, I'm telling you, and you know this, that was mutual, girl. And I already apologize you for being quick to speak and quick to get angry. James tells us, and we're reading, and woe is she, the book of James. So good. Jill, you're right. It's Christianity 101. Terry, you're right. It's so straightforward, and I'm a big fan of straightforward. But James tells us, be slow to speak and slow to get angry. And I was quick to speak yesterday and quick to get agitated. Again, nothing against you, Amy. You know this. You were sharing with me your struggle, and I was trying to help you while I had Franklin in the I'm not going to say trying. I was helping you, girl. And God gave me that time in the parking lot while Franklin went in the store and was already trying on jeans himself. It's by the grace of God we're getting anything done. And He is getting so much done through us. Let's keep going. So Amy was telling me about her rules, and that's how I came up with these. Let me show you what I've done. I've taken all 5 of those rules, and I've turned them into little, very quick where I can memorize them, either 1 or or 2-word or just a couple words. So let me show you how I simplified my rules. Emily's rules. These are my rules, but I simplified it down into just a couple words. B, 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 B. That means bed, Bible before breakfast. Daily laundry. Improve clutter, countertops, and floors. Prescribed meals and 1 gallon of water. Galatians 6:9. I'm going to attach that at the end of this video also. Let us not grow weary of doing what is right and what is good, because at the proper time we will reap a harvest. Like I say in my urgent message video, this is so much more and so far beyond us. We are part of a body, and we have a very significant impact on the body. And I want to make sure I have a positive impact on the body. And when I make sure of that, it will do nothing but bless and benefit me. I love you dearly. Let's talk again soon. Bye. P.S. In the midst of all of this, after today's January 6th, so it's been 6 days of not recording my staying sober videos any longer and gathering some data that awesome data, wonderful data that, wow, I've been going through a very, very difficult, it's just been a difficult few days. God's had me in much longer seasons of difficulty. When Mary was first born, I call that the hardest year of my life. It was sort of like a whole year of what these past few days have felt like, and these past few days have been very reminiscent of that. But in the past 6 days, I've gathered the data that, wow, I just really struggled and didn't turn to sugar. I just really struggled and didn't turn to binging. I just prayerfully discerned the extra calories. And by the way, I'm going to put 2 videos below. I'm going to put one video from a woman that's talking about cleaning your house and kind of getting organized. Super cute. Again, I only listened to the first 5 minutes. I'm also going to add a video of Jordan Peterson talking about the importance of routines and making the connection between anxiety and starvation. The anxiety we feel sometimes when we have not eaten. And I really believe God used that as a reminder for me to eat, because there were days where I wasn't having breakfast till much, 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 much later in the day. And by then, the anxiety is already there. And look, I want to do anything I can to keep that anxiety at bay, anything that God leads me to, anything that would be a healthy coping mechanism. I'm going to link both of those below. They've been very helpful for me. Not before, below. Both of those 2 videos. I encourage you to watch them. The Jordan Peterson one is only about 5 minutes, but he's talking about routines and how important it is that our body gets fuel to keep anxiety at bay. But in 6 days, such good data. And Amy also was talking to me about weighing and measuring. And if you can believe it, and I know you can because I have an addicted brain, we talk about it often. Even 2 years into this, my brain still kind of questions, well, should yes, no sugar, yes, no flour, but should I weigh and measure? Yes. Yes, Emily, yes. No brain, no. Yes, Emily, yes. I am positive. 2 things. I could gain lots and lots of weight eating healthy foods. I've tried that before. I have done that. I've been down that road of like, all right, I'm just going to cut out all the junk and only have healthy foods and then just have as much as I want. This brain right here does not have an off switch. I don't stop when I'm full like a lot of people do. So yes, I could gain loads of weight just eating healthy foods. Also, without weighing and measuring, I am positive that I would eat way too much of some categories and not enough of others. I would probably have lots of grain, protein, and fat in the form of grilled cheese sandwiches with salami, Ezekiel bread, butter, cheese, meat, and then maybe a baby carrot or 2 kernels of corn. These prescribed meals are the right amounts of the right foods. So what I'm going to do, I've realized some of the data that I've gained in the past 6 days is I've got to have some form of food journaling Whether I write it down the night before, whether I write it down the day of, whether I make out a little sheet and say all the categories and I just get that print off 100 of those and fill it out. Some people keep them, some people toss them at night, or instead of taking a picture, I could do what I've done before. Once years ago, I created a photo food diary. And it is, I have it, it's a website. I put it all on a Shutterfly website. I took a picture of every single thing I ate for 6 weeks. And that really worked for me. Okay, you'll crack up. I'm going to share this. You may or may not crack up. But a couple days ago when I realized I need some form of accountability where I either write it down or I have a picture of it where it's not just me and my mind, me and my brain, where I can't, addiction, don't be alone with your addiction. Don't have it just you, yourself, me, myself, and I knowing what all I'm ingesting. One way or another, have it external so that someone could either look at it or you share it with them. And so the other day I thought, I don't want to write it down, but I don't really want to have to take a picture and deal with all that data on my phone. What if I just, okay, you ready for this? What if I just looked at it, made my meal, and then looked at it, almost like I'm taking a photo in my mind. Maybe I could even blink, click, take a picture. That didn't work. I think I did that with one meal, didn't even think about doing it again. Who wants to look at it? Not me. I don't want to look at it. I want to chew it and swallow it. Eat it. I want to get it in my pie hole. I want to eat it. I cannot be trusted by myself, with myself, alone with this addicted brain. So, moving forward, I'm going to take a picture of everything I eat. I'm going to call it a photo food diary, and I will share that on this channel. So if you're interested, you can be looking forward to seeing my photo food diary at some point. There will not be loads of talking in between, and just like my staying sober videos that I love those videos. And I'm going to go ahead and release 9 and 10. In fact, I'll release them all today. I'll just put it all out there. Anybody that wants to can watch and get caught up. At this point, I am personally beyond those. Literally, as far as time goes, they wrapped up on New Year's Eve and today's January 6th. I'll put all that out today. I don't know when I'll share my photo food diary, but for accountability, I'm going to take pictures of every single calorie that I eat. That will help. And I believe I'm supposed to. I believe I'm supposed to have some record. Some record of all the calories that I consume. So that perhaps someone outside of me could either help me out, which I don't feel like I need a whole lot of help. I'm pretty sure at this point I know what I need to be doing and how I'm supposed to be doing it. But maybe just so that someone else could bear witness and keep me from traveling or being alone. We are not alone. We are together in this. We're traveling together. Ecclesiastes 4:9 through 10. 2 are better than 1, so that when one falls down, the other can lift them up. I'm grateful for you. I love you dearly. I'm going to get back at it. I've got some kids that are home from school, and that was another part of the mental breakdown. All these calves out here, there's 78 that I can see from my kitchen window, and Greg asked me to feed them Tuesday when I was like trying to keep it. My goal was to keep it together. But you know what? Sometimes God has us break down, right? I have a video about break down then break through. We want to white knuckle and keep it together, and he's like, would you let go and just fall to pieces so I can put you back together? Just fall in my arms, just fall to pieces. I promise I'll put you back together stronger. And he did. But it's his strength, not mine. I tell people, let's don't be strong, let's be surrendered. But Greg asked me to go out there and feed all those calves, and I was on the verge of tears all day long. And I opened the trash can where there's feed, and I was scooping it out, and then they were bawling, and these calves were running up. They were wanting their food. They saw me at the trash can. They knew what was going to happen. And the next 2 trash cans were empty. We have a lot going on around here. I'm so glad to be on the list. Grateful for prayer. I need it. We all do. We need him, and we need each other, and we are part of the body. And I'm so grateful to be part of something bigger than me. I love you dearly. Bye.